Hi, it's Julie Regan. Now, I've got 12 things that I want to tell you about that are going to have a massive effect on your waistline and a massive effect on your health and obviously a massive effect on basically whether you're going to be able to lose weight or not. Bra strap showing, apologies. Okay, so I've got them listed in front of me so I don't forget them. Now, the first thing is the easiest way to lose weight and the easiest way to lose belly fat is to eat within a certain amount of time. So eat within a limited period. And this is called intermittent fasting. So the best thing you can do is to eat in an 8-hour window. Okay, 8 hours. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, 8 hours. The next best thing would be a 12-hour window. A 10-hour window, sorry, and the next best thing will be a 12-hour window. So it's 8, 10 or 12. So you can work out when you're going to have your breakfast, when you're going to have your lunch, when you're going to have your dinner. Now, I'm not going to give you examples because we all lead different lives. Some of you are morning people and you prefer a breakfast, and some of you are evening people and you prefer a meal at night. So that's the first thing. So I want you to try and eat within a timed a specific limited time. Okay. The second thing I want you to do is to increase your specific exercise. So this is resistance training, and this is anything you're doing where you're having to actually, it's not heart and lungs, it's not cardio, but you're using some kind of weight, or you're using a Dynaband, or you're doing some sort of suspension training. I don't know if that means anything to you, but we need to increase the amount of muscle tone that we have. And the more muscle tone you have, trust me, the easier you're going to be losing your weight. So increase your muscle tone. Sleep. Sleep has a massive impact on your weight. And what we want to ideally do is to get 8 hours of sleep. Now, 8 hours of sleep, that's quite hard, isn't it? I know it is quite hard. So why don't you just say to yourself 3 times for 3 nights, I'm going to make sure I'm in bed by 9 o'clock and I'm going to read until 10 and then the light goes off. Okay. There's all these other things. I'm going to be going into this at some point, but the blue light, so looking at your phone in bed is going to disrupt your sleep. Having a TV in your bedroom is going to disrupt your sleep. So I want you to try and get the best night's sleep, because sleep can be the missing ingredient if you cannot lose weight. So make sure you're in bed at least 3 times this week by 9 o'clock. Okay, we need to stop inflammation. So a lot of foods cause inflammation. Gluten can be a bit of a problem for some people. Dairy can be a problem for some people. Maybe it's sugar. Sugar is a known inflammatory food. So I want you to eat the colours of the rainbow. When you put the food on the plate, make sure you've got lovely red peppers, or you've got green broccoli, or you've got just make it colourful. Make it the colours of the rainbow. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is to look at our fats. Now, there are good fats and there are not so good fats. So we've got, the ones that we're looking at are 2 basically, and they're long chain and short chain amino fats. So we want to look at omega-3 and omega-6. Now, omega-6 generally can send a little signal to your body that says we need to retain fat. And omega-6 tells your body to burn fat. Now, this is a very simplistic way of looking at it. So we need to get the balance of omega-6 and omega-3 sorted. So omega-6 will come in the form of things like animal fat, animal protein. So if you're eating a diet that's high in animal protein, we need to up something else to kind of counter that. Now, that would be oily fish, avocados, walnuts are really good, flax seeds, anything like that. Anything, just Google it, look up omega-3. We want to get a lot of omega-3 in. So number 6, control your blood sugar. Oh my goodness, control your blood sugar. Sugar is in everything. Everything. So every time you pick up an ingredient off the shelf, I don't care if it's, I don't know, cooked chicken, you look in it, and I tell you what, you'll see some sort of OSE. We know, if you've been following me, OSE equals sugar. So we don't want any sugar. We've got to cut down the sugar. The sugar is probably going to be one of the biggest killers. It's the cause of Alzheimer's. It's the cause of, that's what they're looking at now. They're calling Alzheimer's diabetes type 3 because the sugar and how your brain is accepting the sugar has a massive impact on your cognitive health. Okay, where are we next? We're on to number 7. Okay, now old habits that don't serve you well. So things like if you're one of these people that has a slump at 4 o'clock because you're in an office or you can't get out, then be prepared. Okay, have some crudités, or maybe have an apple with a slice of apple with some cinnamon on, or maybe spread a little nut butter on. It doesn't have to be that, you know, the well-known one that has lots of sugar in, but there are others that don't have a lot of sugar in. So be prepared with your snacks. Number 8, how much downtime is wine time? How much downtime is wine time? So I want you to be aware of how much you're drinking. And I actually downloaded a really good app called Drink Awareness, and you actually put in how many units you're having, because I think if you're my age, you're in that area where wine is very freely drunk, and 1 o'clock or gin and tonic o'clock, you know, it's that segregation between nighttime and daytime and evening. So be aware how much time is wine time. Okay, number 9, I'm trying to run through these so I don't want to take up too much of your time. Now, how you cook your food has a big bearing on how your body accepts it and how many nutrients you can get from it. So just be aware, anything that you deep fry or you make into kind of like have a charcoal top, do you know what I mean? Like if you're grilling fish or chicken, you start to blacken it and you make that sort of charcoal top. That's not really very good. And tastes delicious, I know, but they are linking that to well, they say it's carcinogenic. I say they say because there's research out there that shows that, but if you do things like steam your vegetables, there's so much more flavor in them. You know, lightly fry, saute, that's absolutely fine. But how you cook your food, big difference in how your nutrients can be absorbed. Okay, constipation. No one likes constipation, but if you're constipated, you need to deal with that. And I've got a whole a whole world of information on that. So constipation, first thing in the morning, try drinking a hot drink that can stimulate your bowel movement. Make sure you've got enough roughage going in. Make sure you're drinking enough water, because if you're having a lot of roughage, it's going through your small intestine into your large intestine, and it's getting blocked because it can't do it because it hasn't got enough water. You've got to be careful. So constipation. Hope I'm not talking too fast. Nearly there. Now, I've talked about the slump, the 4 o'clock slump. So make sure you're prepared. My notes aren't quite right, are they? Okay. We need to reduce inflammation. So inflammation, you'll know if you get that swelling, that belly bloat when you eat. So if you have IBS, if you have you know, any sort of abdominal upset, you know, belly problem, try something like kefir. You could try sauerkraut, anything that is fermented. Fermented is really good. So just be aware, just sort of Google some fermented foods and maybe try and add those if you've got a problem with your gut. Because what we want to do is to change the flora. We kind of want to get this your microbiome, your what do you call it, your probiotics, your prebiotics, you know, we want to get that all sorted. Now prebiotic are your green leafy veg, and your probiotic is what you get from your fermented food, for instance. And the last thing, so I think I might have added a bit more, is stick to it, know what your goal is, get your goal. If your goal is, if you know where you're going, then you're not going to veer off. Do you know what I mean? So if you book a holiday, you know, you've got a really lovely holiday on the beach, or maybe you're a skier, or maybe at Christmas you're going to the Bahamas or whatever it is. That's your end goal. Okay, keep that end goal. Put it somewhere in your phone, or, you know, have it written down everywhere. Just keep that end goal in mind. And once you've got your end goal, you'll stick to it. Now, I hope that's helped. If you've got any questions, hey, I'm here for you. Anyway, see you soon.